hear us now, sir?
Yeah.
Good afternoon, Mr. Roy.
And I have with me my senior colleague, Mr. S.S. Roy, Executive Director in SAI, and Mr. M.P. Singh, he is the Secretary General Table Tennis Federation of India. Sri Kamlesh Mehta, a known face in the world of table tennis, has also joined us. Sri Mehta will be leading this course as course director after this formal launching. Now I will request Sri S.S. Roy to please address us. Roy sir.
Thank you, Sharma ji. Mr. MP Singh and Mr. Kamlesh Mehta, welcome to this program. This program today is a historical day which was inaugurated by our Honorable Minister of Sports in the morning with the archery session at 9 a.m. And this program is with the absolute vision and directions showed by our Honorable Director General, because we have been thinking of having online coach education programs since a long time, but it was not happening for some reason or the other. But now with this program, we intend to update you that it is like a refresher program which will enhance your knowledge, enhance the techniques, and there cannot be a better person than Mr. Kamlesh Mehta to do this. And I welcome Mr. Kamlesh Mehta also to this program. And since he will be the pioneer for this program, it will be a wonderful occasion for all of you to have his knowledge sharing and the program. One thing I would like to request is that this is a formal coach education program. It is in a formal setting. So please take it as a formal setting and not a casual one. Be in proper attire and proper seating positions so that you can take notes and take questions. When the session is on, please remain unmuted. Please remain muted, and discipline has to be maintained, because we are observing discipline of every coach that we have. And if the discipline is not maintained, then maybe you will have to be removed from the screen and the program, because we have done it in one of the programs which was happened earlier in some other regional center. So thank you very much, Sharma ji, for getting me here, and all the best, Mr. Kamlesh, and to the participants. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Roy sir. Thank you for your guidance. Now may I request Sri MP Singh ji to please address. MP Singh ji, Secretary of the Federation of India.
Welcome to all. Extremely thankful to Sports Authority of India for the starting of the coach education program. Our expert will educate the coaches. This is the unique program started during the lockdown period phase 2. This is the best time to utilize when everyone is in home. I wish all success of this program. One of my stay at home and stay fit. TTF, I always welcome such program which are very useful for our coaches and TT levels. Federation is committed.
Thank you, Sharma ji.
Hello. Federation is committed to develop our program in India. Our sincere thanks to Minister of Sports, Mr. Kiran Rijiju, Secretary Sports, Radhesam Jurania ji, and Sadish Pradhan ji, DG SAI, and SAI officials for initiating this program. My sincere thanks to Kamlesh Mehta, who is the coordinator of this program. I thanks everyone who participate, and I think we will take it very seriously.
Thank you, MP Singh ji. Thank you very much. Really kind of you. Now may I request Sri Kamlesh Mehta to take over. All yours, Kamlesh ji.
Okay. First and foremost, thank you, Sharma ji. Thank you, Mr. Roy. Thank you, Sports Authority of India, Minister of Youth and Sports Services, and Federation, Mr. MP Singh, for sparing his valuable time. And in short time, the number of participants which is showing right now is 428. It's a fantastic effort on behalf of SAI and TTFI. And I'm grateful for them for taking this initiative to a level which would only benefit the game of table tennis. Before I start my thing, Viswajit, would you like to give some basic instructions to the participants so that there is some kind of a decorum?
Yeah, thank you, Mehta sir. So basically, I would like all the participants who have joined in to follow 2 or 3 things. First thing is you make sure that your microphone is on mute mode. Please kindly make sure that your microphone is on mute mode throughout the session. Second thing is, if you have any queries regarding the session, please put your queries in the chat box. अगर आपके कुछ queries है, तो वो आप chat box में लिखिए. वो queries will be noted, and after the session ends, your queries will be put up to Mehta sir for answering. Okay, thank you.
There's one more request I would like to make. This is a great platform for all of us to be together, and the chat should only be used for raising your question regarding the session and the talk. Please would request you to avoid sending in the chat any other message like good morning or wishes, because if that happens, too many messages, then the questions that have been raised could probably be missed out. That is just a personal request to all of them. Okay, good afternoon, everybody. And it's a wonderful initiative by Sports Authority of India and Table Tennis Federation of India to utilize this lockdown period time valuably so that it can help our coaches and they in turn can help the players to become better players, and we can produce more and more champions. This platform is actually, I am very grateful that I have been selected for this platform, because it is an opportunity and a platform for me to reach out to so many. I think the number is about 442 table tennis family members and so many gurus, coaches, I would say. Please accept my humble namaskars to all the gurus who have doing a wonderful job. You yourself have contributed to the game, and now as gurus and coaches, you are contributing to developing players at whatever level, from say the club level to district level to state level, national level to international level. We all are very grateful. It's because of your enthusiasm and your contribution that the game has been growing and growing, which is very evident if you see the number of participants that are participating in the national ranking tournament. The numbers are ever increasing, and that's all thanks to you have a very important contribution to that. In any sport, and now I'll talk particularly for table tennis, there are 4 heads or 4 pillars or whatever name we can give. First is the technical. Technical is the stroke play, how you play the different strokes, combination of strokes, the technique, etc., which is mainly on table. Then we have tactical. Tactical can be both on table and off the table. Now, tactical on table is the way you play, when to play the which service, where to receive, where to catch the opponent, etc. And off the table tactical would also include a lot of analyzing with your coach or with your partner or with your colleague, etc., how to strategize so that next time you can play better with a particular player. Thirdly is physical. The table tennis game has changed a lot, and physical fitness importance has grown drastically in last few years thanks to the changes in the rules and regulations, the equipment used, and now one can very clearly say that if you want to be a top level table tennis player, you have to focus equally on your physical fitness. Now, physical fitness can be both on the table and off the table. On the table is when you play all the stroke practice, footwork, exercise, etc. That is also physical. At the same time, a lot more has to be done outside to improve specific muscles and specific movements with a lot of latest technology which is available right now. And last is mental. Mental, I have taken it last. It can be both on the table and off the table. It may be last, but it's one of the most important. Very simple, I would say that mind. We always hear this proverb, mind over matter. It is so true. So many times we see that many of our players are able to come near to winning, but then we keep on hearing from the coaches, very close to winning, but unable to take that particular last leap. So mental training is both on the table and off the table. On the table is if you practice, take every session, every stroke, every rally seriously, concentration with your full 100%. It's itself a kind of a meditation and improving the mind capacity. In fact, for a sportsman, that is the best way to improve your mental capacity. I would like to say that I don't know whether how many would have heard the name of Bjorn Borg. Bjorn Borg was one of the legendary tennis players, is considered to be Iceberg. He was from Sweden. He was so cool that you play 5.5 hours, 4.5 hours of tennis match and you would hardly find any expression. And whether it's up or down, you can never make out. He was asked in his question, one of the questions that how come you developed this kind of mental capacity, coolness and all? Do you do any special thing like meditation or some kind of technique that you are using that you are doing so? So that answer he gave that I don't do anything special. I don't do anything extra. They said that how is it that you have developed such great mental ability? His answer was very simple. He said, when I started my career, I wasn't having this good temperament. In fact, I was suspended by my club twice for misbehavior, for bad behavior on the court. But since I loved tennis so much, that when I was suspended for 2 weeks, I resolved myself that I will not do this again and I will improve my temperament. And he said, from that day onward till this day, I have never been suspended. And I only did one thing, that every stroke, whether it is warm up or match play, I will play every point 100% with full focus and seriously. So it didn't make a difference whether it was a practice or a match. And that's how so this is one of probably the easiest way that you can pass on to your children, that if you want to improve your mental capacity, is all you need to do is take every session, every point very, very seriously and play with your 100% potential. Today's topic, important life values for making of a champion. Before I go into that, I would like to touch upon few things which can probably background for this. Any person, for his development, he's impacted by certain institutions. So one of the major institutions that impacts the player's behavior, his beliefs, his confidence, attitude, etc., is family. Because that is the time when your formative time, and scientifically it is proved that that is the time when child absorbs a lot. That age, he actually catches up to the family culture, family beliefs, family habits, family atmosphere, your siblings, how they behave. In fact, for them, the parents are the hero. So they always look up to the parent as perfect. And that's what everybody says, that God cannot be everywhere. That's why they have made mothers. So mother happens to be the first one. But then father, your elder brother, elder sister, or your cousins, etc., they actually help you build your groundwork. This is first. Second is your educational institutions, your kindergarten, schools, then college, your neighborhood. Because after that, you're spending a lot of time in schools. So approximately 6 hours in schools you spend. So your teachers, the school culture, the school atmosphere, your school friends, your colleagues, your even rivals in the schools and seniors in the schools is what actually impact you, because you look up to them as hero and you try to imbibe into you the things that they do and you like. I keep meeting a lot of coaches and players when I go out for various tournaments, and normally our talk is based around is about on the table play. Okay, how to play that stroke better. This player was up so much and he lost, and he was down then he won. Then this is his limitation. This is his this thing. So whatever, if supposing if I have to average it out, that if there are 10 questions being asked, there are 8 questions which only points that the inefficiency or the limitations of a player. That is one thing. But I also used to do that as a coach. when I became a coach, I was following the practice that was my coaches used to follow, or what we had perceived them as the correct thing, or what we had observed. And I used to practice the same thing till I met Mr. Bishmaraj Bam, a fatherly figure to me. And he is one of the sports psychologists, initial pioneers in the sports psychology of the country. And I was discussing it one day, and he told me that, Kamlesh, you are telling me that this is what you are observing about your child or the player when he's playing. When he's playing on the table, I am pointing out this, I am pointing out that. He gave me one thing which actually hit me very largely. And he said one thing, that when you are playing with, when you're watching the players and advising when he's playing on the table, there are two things. One is he's making errors, and other thing is also playing a lot of good strokes and the correct strokes. Kindly focus your attention and on whenever he's making the strokes correctly or when he's doing it perfectly, highlight it. Agreed, whenever he's making, not doing it perfectly or not doing it correctly, it has to be corrected. But highlight a lot more on what he's doing right. Because if you do so repeatedly, he will immediately register in his mind, oh, this is the thing that I need to do more. But what normally happens is we are mostly using these words like, don't do this, this is not the correct thing, that thing, no, this is the wrong thing, you have not done that, you have not. So there are very negative connotations in our talk, which we use it unconsciously most of the time. But we need to be conscious henceforth, because if we want a player to develop, we'll have to use positive vibes, which is most powerful vibe for any person to improve. And that since then I have changed my attitude. I start looking the good thing. As it is, there is a proverb which says that even a watch which is not working gives you a correct time twice a day. And it's a very important proverb. Whatever the level of the child may be, he might be losing his games, matches, whatever, but there must be something good in him. He must be executing it well. There's no player will have only bad strokes. There must be something good. We need to identify that. And as coach, we have to keep trying. It's not that on one look or two look or one match or one game or one day. Sometimes it so happens that it registers to you very long. It happened to me in my own case. After being about 6 times national champion, I was in the camp at Bangalore. And the game was becoming faster. Backhand had come into importance. I was winning all these years because I was playing more of forehand and less of backhand. Backhand was there, but not so aggressive. The Chinese coach that time told me that you have to develop backhand if you need to do well. But somehow in my mind, it was, I have become national champion for so long and I have done with this. So this is probably the correct thing to continue. I did that. After about a month or so, I found that there are so many players whom I was winning earlier easily. I was struggling to win against them, or some of them they started even winning against me. And that put me back. What is it that I'm required? And that is the time this thought came. I'm just pointing out this for two. I'll tell you the reason also after this. And I realized that if as age grows and the game is becoming faster, I also need to innovate. I also need to learn new skills or develop new skills. And backhand was one stroke which was coming into play that time. So then I went and talked to the coach and I said, yes, I want to improve my backhand. Can you tell me how? And for that, it took, for me at that level also, it took me about 6 to 7 months to improve. So what I want to point out is that as coaches or as players, we should not have closed mind. We should have an open mind and be ready to accept suggestions from any source. It's not coming from the best of table tennis people. You can get a best of advice from so many people. You can get it from the umpires who watch so many matches. You can get it from the officials who have won so many matches. You can get it from your colleagues. You may get it from a player who has not achieved what you have achieved. But keep a mind open with respect. Coming to this, now there are two aspects. Is one, we normally our talks is centered about our technical play that is on table, stroke play, this play. Now in a day there are 24 hours, and at an average a player spends 2 hours to 5 hours on the table. Correct? 2 hours. If you're a beginner, you'll be spending 2 hours. If you're an intermediate player, 3 hours. If you're a more advanced player, 4 hours, 5 hours on the table. That is an average. I will take for calculation purpose 4 hours. So the remaining is 20 hours. Now 4 hours is what we always focus on. कि ये मेरा स्ट्रोक अच्छा नहीं आया, मेरा ये गेम बराबर नहीं, आज मेरा फुटवर्क ठीक नहीं था, आज मैं टायर्ड था, जो भी है. We focus a lot of our energy on that. And this 20 hours, which is the majority of the time, we somehow tend not to focus. So this is where I would like to focus on. I would advise you to focus, because that 4 hours of good practice on the table also depends upon what you do the other 20 hours. Like 4 hours of very hard table tennis you do very sincerely without any disturbance, good. And then you go and eat food, fried food or junk food. You don't take proper rest. Nowadays, the major problem, you are on mobile for most of the period. We think being on mobile or playing game on mobile is relaxing. I don't think so. It is stressing. It is using your valuable energy. And this is going to be one of the biggest challenge, not only for the coaches and the players, but also for the parents in coming future. Because this one thing, from the idiot box, it has come into our hand. Earlier it was only TV, which was only for certain time. But this is 24 hours with us. And how are we going to control it? It's a very big challenge. And the earlier you start doing it, the better it is for you, the child, and also for every citizen of the country. So this is where 20 hours. Now this 20 hours, what are the things that we have to focus on? The first and foremost, most important that every psychologist or every nutritionist or every sports science expert would tell you is, if you want to be a top level players, ensure that you get good rest. It is recommended that 8 hours of good sleep is one of the most prime thing that one has to do. Sleeping late, being on watching TV, watching mobile is a big no-no if you want to become a champion. You decide what you want to do. What is your priority? Is that your priority? If not, then yes. Here, that's where I come to values. What are values? Values are nothing but set of principles, rules that you have made for yourself to live your life in a way you would want to and achieve the goals that you have set. I'll repeat this again. It is a set of values and rules that you have set, which you feel on the basis of the priority can help you achieve what you want in your life. So first step is to set values. You'll need lot of thinking, lot of internal thing to see what I want to make out of my life. Once you are clear about your values, taking decision what to do and what to do will become very easy, because your values are very set. For example, if you say that my table tennis is my priority. So if somebody comes and tells you, come, let us go for a movie, your friends will come and tell you. So it's very simple for you. Oh, will this help my table tennis? If yes, go for the movie. If no, you're not going. Similarly, if the question is that, oh, should I be on mobile so long, or should I take good rest? The answer is, you take good rest, you'll become better table tennis player. So automatically the choice is there. Food. Oh, this food is a junk food. Will it be good for me? No, it's not good for me, because it will hinder my growth in table tennis. Automatical choice is there. So first, my sincere request, set these values. And of course, the values can change as you grow. But set it at first and try to follow that to achieve it. Second, what are the things that come under values? One is, everybody will tell you, you go on YouTube and you'll say planning. Planning is one of the first steps that one has to do. Yes, planning. Plan your schedule, plan your day, plan your journey, that okay, this is what I want to achieve. Because for that, first thing that in planning is the goal setting. There are you are all coaches, so you have done this, so I won't go much in detail about goal setting. There has to be various type of goals, short term, long term, and we set goals. We know how to set.
Hello? Hello, Kamlesh sir? Hello, sir. Kamlesh sir. Okay, I'll just try to reconnect with them. Hello. So actually, there has been some technical issues, network issues with Kamlesh sir. He's trying to reconnect. So please be patient for the time. He's trying to reconnect with Kamlesh.
Yeah, okay. Okay. Sorry.
Yes, sir. We can hear you now.
All can hear. Okay, sorry. I got disconnected for reasons I don't know. Fine. We were talking about planning and goal setting. So goal setting, all these you coaches have an idea of goal setting, number one. Only thing, take care when you set the goals is one is it has to be challenging and it has to be regularly reviewed. We do goal setting, but we don't review it regularly. It should be periodical review and also alteration accordingly to the capacity. You must review what are the things that you have been able to achieve and what are things you are not able to achieve and what are the reasons, and try to erase out those reasons. One of the things that a coach should do is and ask the player to make is a daily schedule. And also same thing, important thing is making reviews is one thing, but reviewing is more important and analyzing is more important than only making the schedule, because this analyzing and reviewing will help you to achieve what you want to. The other thing is, it is a very common thing, you ask anybody what it takes for you to make a champion. Oh shit, ये क्या हो रहा है?
So we can hear you, sir.
You can hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll go on with the audio. I don't know, suddenly the video has gone. Fine, I'll continue audio wise, okay? Okay. So other most important, everybody you ask what it takes to become a champion, they'll say that key, it is intelligent hard work. Here, normally hard work is what is used, but I am using the word intelligent hard work consciously and with a purpose. In hard work, yes, hard work is very important, but intelligent hard works will get you where you want to. We always know that a donkey also works hard and a horse also works hard, but that's a difference. So what are the things that are required for you to be an intelligent hard work? The first, as I said in the other earlier thing, is that the regular analyzing of what you're doing and whether it is taking you where you want to. Secondly, is enthusiasm should be there. Hard work with enthusiasm and passion. Passion can only come if you love the particular sport or what you're doing. So love what you're doing. It is not, and the love should not be conditional. That only if you win the match, I love playing table tennis. If I lose the match or a game, I don't love table tennis. That is not passion. There has to be devotion. There's some selflessness. You should always take care for your practice partners. You have to think about them also. You have to help them also. You have to help. You have to be respectful to the coaches. You have to be respectful to all those who are around the system. Because if you give respect, you will get respect. So these are the things. Then hard work can only give result if it is done over a period of time. So that's what we call as perseverance. Irrespective of the result, you continue to do hard work with the same enthusiasm, same devotion, and for long period, nobody can avoid you to become a champion. And the other part always we say is that hard work and discipline. So discipline comes when you are doing everything with your 100% focus, trying to cut off all the distractions as much as you can, because it's a constant effort. It's not one time go. It is to be done daily, every day, as I said, every session. The one more thing is, which nowadays has come to us, is good habits. This is where I want to again touch to that 20 hours that I mentioned. This is the focusing on those 20 hours. If you want to show your character or performance on the table, there's lot of the table planning, lot of the table efforts. And one of the effort is developing good habits. As I said earlier, that a lot of habits you would have developed because of your family culture, family upbringing, environment, school, education, your peers, your seniors, etc. But all these habits can be developed, can be acquired, can be changed, can be modified, can be improved. And for that, you need is an attitude. What kind of attitude? Is one is we say is positive attitude. So in that, if I have to use a word, a coin a word is we can attitude. So whenever you have a doubt or think, oh, this is one thing I can't do, immediately send a positive message to yourself saying strongly, no, I can, we can. So this we can attitude has to be very importantly followed. Lot of negative thoughts will come in, doubts will come in, fears will be there, guilty feelings will be there. All this is likely to come. It's a regular process of cleaning that you will have to follow. Whenever you get such negate it strongly and fill it with a positive thought, which is exactly opposite of this. Then honesty and integrity. We all in the sport, we have rules and regulations. Follow the rules and regulations, follow the systems, the rules made by the association, rules made by the coach or the academy, the rules made by the game. So this is what is important. You have to respect those rules and follow those rules to be a fair play. In a match, in a game, or in a sport, you can achieve some things, you may not be able to achieve something, but there are two things: you win or you lose. But over a period of time, there are going to be a lot of victories, big victories you would want if you do all these things. But here in victory also, you have to ensure that you have humility and modesty. You have to respect the person who has not been able to win, respect his efforts, respect and give gratitude to your coaches, your team who have helped you to win, because I strongly believe that a player is not made only by himself. There are so many people in the background who never come in the front, are responsible for whatever his achievements are. I say that whatever I have achieved, it is not entirely by me. It is thanks to my family, my school, my college, my district association, my clubs, my state association, my national association, my state government, my national government. Everybody has played a very important role. My coaches, right from my first coach to coaches who have been there for my camps, for anything, they all are responsible for what my achievement. Hence, I can never say that I have achieved all this. I have achieved because of their support and because of their contribution. Only thing, I am the front. My name comes, but actually these people have played so much, because I know one thing, that whenever any player is playing, there is his parent, there is his coach sitting outside tensed, praying for him to win. And that also is a very important contribution. Other thing is gratitude. Respect and gratitude. I would say gratitude is one of the most important ingredient of a human. And if you want to continue play, become a champion for a long time to come, two things that help you is modesty and gratitude. Gratitude to all those who have, you should go and say thank you to all those people who would have played a role, smallest to the biggest role in your what you are. And that can only, gratitude can only come provided if you respect. Remember, in your role, in India especially, the government plays a very important role. The national federations are there which is sending your entry. Gratitude. You must express your gratitude to all the institutions, all the people who have played a role in what you are today. What helped me, I can put it, is I used to do a lot of meditation and prayers. Yes, prayer is one of the best source of concentration, focus, and also de-stressing yourself. And all these are good habits that you need to pick up. Which are the other good habits? Is watching the senior players play, trying to learn a lot of things from them, asking questions. Yes. And of course, one is upgradation. That is self-development. This is another quality. If you want to be champion for long, things don't remain constant. Change is the only constant. Everything changes in the world. Today, we are sitting in all over the place, but yes, we are all at one place. We're talking and listening to the same thing. It's thanks to change in technology. Today, lockdown is there. We have to adapt to it. We cannot do anything. You cannot go and play on the table. But yes, there are so many other things that you can do which will help you to play on the table when you are allowed to do so. In upgradation is the adaptation, because game changes, the rules changes, the equipment. Table tennis players are very well averse to this adaptation. Frankly speaking, you're already doing it. Our game is probably one of the only games which has changed totally, from like scoring pattern to equipment, ball size, ball material, racket and rubber. Everything has changed. The flooring to lighting, everything. So we are used to adapting, but you have to have the open mind to keep on adapting to the new changes and always look out for. You cannot adapt only by just adapting, but you also look up. You have to search. Now, information is one of the easiest thing right now. So you must look and matches of the better players, your opponents, analyze, and all these can be used with your technology now, and that upgradation is very important. Other good habit, one I would always suggest, is reading. They say reading actually improves your mind capacity. Make a regular habit of reading. These are the points that I wanted to bring out. There are many points. If you go and search on the Google, how to develop, what are the 10 points of the successful, 7 point, 10 point, 12 point, a lot of things. But I have categorized into these 4, which I felt would be most important in this particular talk. Before I end, I want to say again, repeat on few things I would to highlight. Is one, please focus this 20 hours, what you can do with your student. And with this technology, you can even know that whether they are doing it or not. So use the technology to ensure that they are taking proper rest, they are eating proper diet, and they are doing proper exercises and reading the good material. Who are the friends that they are going out with? What is it that they are doing in pastime? Are they developing any skills, new skills, hobbies? All these things has to be monitored, because these 4 hours only is not going to make you the champion in the world, like at the Olympic level. This 20 hours is also very, very, very important to please focus on this 20 hours. Try to do. If you cannot do in entire 20 hours, at least do ensure that your children and your students do at least 2 or 3 things, and pick up 1 or 2 things at a time. One, I would always say that there are 2 most important time of a day. which science and so many books have said that which actually sets the pattern for the entire day. And first is when you get up. Make it a habit to get up very early. Is saying waking up early around 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock is one of the most productive time. It's most productive time. The study says that the productivity peaks during this period, and our bodies and mind are fresh. So make this habit of getting up early. And what you do when you get up early, that is very important. The first 20 minutes, you should fill your mind with a lot of positivity. First is gratitude. First, gratitude towards God because you have got up. You are going to see another day, and it's only because of the divine power in you that you are alive. The first day is get up and say thanks, offer your thanks to Almighty in whatever language you want to, that He has given His life. Now, when you are asleep, totally you don't know who you are. The Smriti Shakti जो हम कहते हैं, वो नहीं होती है. The moment you get up, without pressing any button, without making any application, you are able to recollect everything that you have done in your life. So this is the biggest gift of God to mankind, that He gives you the Smriti Shakti back every day when you get up. So our gratitude is a must. That. Secondly, pass very strong positive and visualize what are the things that you are going to do, and imagine that you are achieving those things in that entire day and you are doing it the way you would want it to happen, and then start your day. And the last and the second part is the time before you go to bed. Don't take your troubles and tensions and stress to bed, that we have heard many times. So basically, it is advised by all the experts whom I have talking of support staff, is that at least 1 hour before you go to bed, you should keep yourself away from any electronic gadgets. That 1 hour you analyze what you have done the entire day, what you have achieved, what you could not, and what you need to do so that next day you achieve those things. And this is not a very big thing for a person wanting to become a champion. It is giving this much time to yourself. Analyze your game. You can analyze what has happened and sleep with a very positive thought. So maybe you can read some book for 5 minutes to 10 minutes. And that is what will help you. And remember, if you want to become a champion, it's all in your mind. It's between these 2 ears. That is just 6-inch distance. And if you decide to become a champion and start working hard with a weekend attitude, nobody in the world can stop you. Wishing you all the best in this lockdown period. Stay safe, stay healthy, take all the precautions and follow all the advisories. And once again, sincerely thanking Sports Authority of India, Table Tennis Federation of India, and all the participants and all the coaches for what you have done for the game of table tennis till now. Wishing you all the best. Looking forward to all of us taking this game to the next level. Thank you. Viswajit.
Yeah, so we'll be taking a few questions that have come in.
You want me to just try the video again? I didn't try in between. Can we give a 2 minutes or 3 minutes break for you to sort out because what questions you do so that I can prepare?
You can try the video once.
Yeah, maybe you can. I just try to launch. In the meantime, you can give this instruction to them that we will now look into the questions and we'll take some of the questions that we can within the time frame. And then I'm just trying again for the video, so it's better for me to answer that way. I'll just try 1 minute.
Sure. So we'll be just taking a 2-3 minutes break. Meanwhile, Kamlesh will try to address the video. And if there are any more questions that you guys need,
I'm there.
Question, please put it in the chat box. We'll read out the questions and we'll try to answer your queries. Thank you.
Biswajit, can you just help me sending the questions whichever you select so that I can answer?
Yes, sir. So I've noted a few. I'll just.
Yeah. So you can start off so that we can. I can frame my answers also.
So someone has asked how to stay positive and maintain fitness at this point of time where everybody is in lockdown period.
Very valid question for the time. I think that's what we talked about. When the situation is tough, the tough people actually shine out. So, as we said, there are 4 which is you're not able to do because you're not able to go on the table to play. But the other three factors are as important. That is tactical. You can analyze, you can watch a lot of videos of the players of your students or your own videos and analyze and watch again and again, because it's not necessary that you watch once, you can probably watch one. Two, you cannot watch the video for the whole day. So you say you fix up a time, 1 hour I'm going to do that. Secondly, read some good books about table tennis, so new, some written by some ex-players or so and so. Reading is one of the best things because you can read biographies of successful people that can give you a lot of thoughts, which may be from any sport or any field, no problem. And as I said, make a daily schedule and try to follow that schedule. Keep as if the day is normal. And instead of that, when we are going to office, we always had this issue where I don't have time. Now you have a lot of time. God has given you time. Use it. So use it to do things that you always wanted to do. Maybe you wanted to do painting, do painting. You wanted to do singing, singing. So develop some new skill. Will keep your mind active and innovative. Next question. Biswajit, next question.
So can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
So there's another question. Someone has asked, what kind of mindset should we maintain pre-tournament or pre-competition, and what routine should we follow?
Mindset for pre-tournament and during tournament is different. The mindset is a predetermination. One is that mindset always remains with a positive frame. When you're preparing, also there is a lot of critical analysis that you do when you're preparing. So there you will be talking about what are the limitations of a player also. But ensure one thing, that when you talk about the limitation, just don't talk about the limitation. Try to also discuss about the solution. If you feel that a player, his foreign movement is not good, by saying not good, it's not going to become good. So what you need to do is you probably need to practice that more. Give at least about 10 minutes extra time to only do the foreign movement. You can do multi-ball to improve muscle memory. You can do actual match type of conditions and a pre-decided set type of practice also. This is one. And secondly, ask him to visualize. Here is visualization is very important. What you have done in practice. When you go in a match, your practice is you have always on a positive mode. You cannot discuss too many negative things during the match. Positive things, what you need to do is very simple, is that you focus on the point and the presence. When you are in present, you are always positive. And you keep yourself busy during the match day so that you are only following that.
Okay, so another question is asked. It goes as, is there any recommendations for any kind of cross sports for TT players?
Can you come back again?
So he's asking, is there any kind of recommendation for any kind of cross sports for TT players? So like a second substitute sport.
Okay. You can play football, you can play basketball, you can do swimming. But one thing is that badminton is a big no-no because badminton is overhead. Tennis also can be for a change, but it should be only as a change, should not be a regular thing. Swimming is one thing and football you can do a lot of things. In fact, we use football, basketball or a handball as an alternative games when we play with the, we want them a change also. Dancing is also very good.
Okay, sir, another question. Someone has asked, generally, for the first match of a tournament, I feel very scared. How to overcome this feeling?
To tell you that even I used to feel very, and I think there's not a single player who's not scared in the first because there are new conditions, a new match. You don't know what will happen. The first match is there. You're not set. So this fear is going to be there and is there with everybody. Don't believe that your opponent is not scared. He is also as scared as you are. But it is like this fear is to tackle in a positive way, in the sense you accept that you got fear, but you also at the same time just visualize yourself playing very well and visualize the hard work that you have done. Because when you have done the hard work sincerely and honestly, it gives you a kind of a self-esteem and self-pride. So when you go for a match, one thing is there, you must go in as a champion. You are there to win. You are there and you have to think about how to win. So you start thinking, if I have to win this match, ask your colleagues that how that player plays. So try to analyze his game more. So focus more on that. Automatically, this fear will reduce.
Another question, someone has asked, is there any kind of difference in practice sessions or routines followed by Japanese or Chinese players and us?
The routines are many. There are thousands of routines that one can practice. And if Chinese are different than us and better than us, they must be doing something different. Either the routines or the way they do the routines. But basically, stroke play and all, I don't think we Indians have any lack of dearth or knowledge. Definitely not. Our Indians have done very well. They have won again matches against Chinese and Koreans and Japanese. So many matches have been won by Satyam, Sharad. There are ready-made examples of this. So you can. Routines are to be also self-developed. You can make innovations in the routines to make it interesting, tougher, at the same time, mind challenging. But Chinese and Japanese are better for various other reasons. Some reasons we know, some we don't.
So I will take two more questions.
Okay.
So someone has asked, any suggestions on how to balance family's expectation and my goal on becoming a team player?
Yes. Yeah, this is one of the things that happens with the development of some good habits and positive thinking. See, when you are having this good system, good habits, what happens automatically, you become stronger to actually absorb the expectations. One thing remember, expectations are always going to be higher than the capacity. The moment you win a title, immediately you feel, oh, you can win another title also, or you can even become bigger champion also. That goes very fast. The mind moves very fast. But the physical capacity and the technical and tactical capacity doesn't improve that fast. So there's always going to be that difference. The expectation, see, basically, as I used one word over here, is that you should have passion for the sport and devotion. So devotion is selflessness. When you go to play, your family will have his own expectation. Your coach is also going to have his own expectation. All the entire support team, that is, they have their own expectation. Fine. But on the table, it is you and you alone. So the more seriously that you practice on your own and focus on your own game, it will give you performance. And if you are performing well or playing well, your expectation of others will be fulfilled. But you are not playing to fulfill the expectation. Firstly, you are playing that game or match basically for your own self, for your own satisfaction, and because you want to win and you want to grow. So focus on that.
Okay, sir. So the last question we'll take is someone has asked, like, if a player is losing 5-6 matches on a row and he's not fit mentally, so how to tackle such kind of negative times?
First and foremost, losing match is not a bad thing. It's not a sin. It is said, very well said in one of the verses. Either I win or I learn. So when you have lost, I had said that when you lose your match, you need to analyze. Even when you win, you need to analyze because the opponent is also going to do. In fact, many times it's my experience that when I lost a match, I felt the pinch in my heart so much that I actually focused more on analysis and reviewing rather than when I won. Because in one, I probably am celebrating also. And it's a fact. Many of the players, coaches who are present out here will probably support me on this particular aspect. The thing is, when you have lost 4-5 matches, is it only mental or is it technical? Tactical and both. So you need to watch the matches. Now technology helps you to do that. In fact, why wait till the 5 losses? You should start doing the analysis the moment you lost the first match. Any defeat should pinch you. You must feel hurt. Only then you will be prepped to do better. So hurt feeling is also good. Sometimes, like we say, when you're ill, medicines are good. कड़वी है लेकिन अच्छी है. उसी तरह sometimes defeats are also good. You have to take it in the positive sense. You need to analyze and then come up with a new strategy after working on it.
So I'll just take one more question because I find it a bit relevant.
Okay.
So someone has asked that as a coach, how will I develop a strive for success and hunger in my players, knowing that they have potential?
It's a very long question. Well, question is there, but answer is not going to be as short. But yes, you can start off somewhere. Today, I pointed out certain good habits. See, it's not going to be, there is no ready-made way to develop all these things. It has to be, every player has to find his own way. You see the champions, all they have achieved the same thing, but the routes that they have taken is different. The hurdles that they have gone through is different. The strain that they have taken is different. Similarly, in this also, You have to start somewhere. One, if you think that it's mentally, you feel that your players are not in a position, as I said, you are focusing a lot on 4 hours. What about those 20 hours? Kindly start monitoring those 20 hours. What is he doing in those 20 hours? Is he using it fruitful to become a more positive person? If he becomes a more positive person, automatically his mental strength will improve. Yes, one thing is that it is not once in a while effort. It is a constant, continuous effort, and it's a very challenging effort to be mentally strong, because the mind has huge capacity. Because as you grow, your expectation also grows. So that is again another stressor and pressure on you. So this is what is that you start off with any of the thing that is mentioned in this talk, or there are so many books available. Don't be scared of trying out new things.
Okay, sir. Thank you. I think that was it for today for the question and answer sessions. All the other questions which are in the chat box are moreover similar, and if needed, we can submit the.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir. I guess the session was fruitful for everyone, every participant attending it. And tomorrow we'll be starting the session again at the same time. So request every participants to log in by 11:45 a.m. so that we can start a session by 12. Thank you.
Thank you.